Whatever obstacles are in front of you, you have to overcome them. You have to overcome them. No obstacle we retreat from. Whatever is in front of us, we gotta have thanks that God has placed an obstacle in front of us that could, you know, uh, bring forth the desire to, overcome. And from that desire, we develop the skills that eventually lead us into a new, more equipped, more fortified self, more fulfilled. When we avoid things, when we run away from things, we don't feel fulfilled. We actually feel subconsciously inferior. So we must be men, and whatever is in front of us, nothing can stop us. God says that He has the doors open for us, that no man can close. The doors is waiting, says the Most High. The doors is waiting and they're open. So we gotta move through them. We gotta go into them. Just because that door is open, though, that don't mean that there's not an obstacle in front. But yeah, overcoming fear. A lot of times fear is the main thing that stops us from even wanting to challenge ourselves and fear is the one thing that gets in the way of us actually taking strides towards progression, because we have a fear of failing, and we shouldn't let that stop us. I mentioned this in my previous video that failure it's all about how you view it. A person can fail 100 times and achieve success before the person who didn't even try, because he's like, I don't even want to mess with this. I don't know nothing about this. That's what the other guy's saying. But the man, the woman, the child who takes it upon themselves to really push through and be diligent in their study and in their work, those are the ones who achieve success. They prepare. That's the main thing, being prepared in this life. Having gratitude and being prepared. Those are the two pillars of life. Those are the two pillars that is going to hold us up. Having gratitude and preparation. We can simplify this thing and Make it real easy to understand. First, number one, God has to be first. Then gratitude. Then preparation. So that's 3 pillars. 3 pillars. The 3 pillars of success is keeping God first. Number one, keeping God first. Having gratitude. Appreciating all that God has blessed us with. And um, just being aware. We miss things because we lack awareness. We're not fully aware of our surroundings, of all that is within us, and so we miss out on opportunities. And we lack the preparation. So let's not have fear. Let's be courageous. And when I say don't have fear, that don't mean that there's not gonna be we naturally have a sensation of feeling overwhelmed when we come across things that are foreign or taboo to us, you know, um, things that we lack experience in. Naturally, we build a sensation and we associate it with fear, but this feeling that we feel, we transfer that energy into excitement. Like, okay, here it come. I'm about to learn this. Like you on a roller coaster and you going all the way at the top. I remember I rode the Mamba with my cousin. And yeah, shout out Romello. I I rode the Mamba with him and his friends, and man, we was like all the way at the top of this big old roller coaster. And we was at the front. And, I'm like, okay, here it is. We here. And boom, we went down. And before I knew it, it was over. Yeah. Before you know it, this life could be over. So enjoy the ride. Learn whatever it is you're passionate in. Learn in that field. Whatever you have a passion for. Only you know. Come on now, like God blesses us with the decision, with the mind to make decisions, to decide, where we want to go in life. But we don't want to choose to make the decision. We don't want to take the first step in deciding where we're going to put our effort towards, where we're going to place our study towards. We have the ability to decide the area we're going to be courageous in. No sense in being courageous and diligent in studying a field that you have no interest in. Why do that? No, but wherever you have interest in, like I have interest in music, so that's where I put my study in music. And also, I just I take a liking to learning new things. So right now I'm over here just taking online courses and ways of uh having a nice income for myself, you know what I mean? Outside of music, even though I do have a love for music and that's where I put a lot of my energy towards. I have things, you know, that just naturally interest me, and it's going to bring forth the finance, the resources for me to put it towards my music, you know? So yeah, like I'm an Aquarius, so I like learning uh, a lot of, you know, a lot of different things, and I could bounce from one thing to another, but I don't quit, you know. I don't just say, "Oh, I'm done with this. This is whack." Like, no, I'm keeping everything I come across within here and within here, you know, like all of these things interest me. Music interests me. Um, you know, real estate interests me. Uh, Stocks, investing, that interests me. Um, Agriculture, you know, these things interest me. And these are things that I want to fully be, you know, invested in spiritually, um, to, you know, have a better life for myself and for those that I care about, you know, my family. I gotta be here for my family fully. You know, I can't afford to drift. I can't afford to just allow my ship to just drift off wherever it goes. No, I have to plan. I have to, you know, have a plan, and I do have a plan. And I'm putting this plan into action. And that's what everyone else who's watching this needs to do as well. There's no excuses. In this time, we are in the age of information. You know, the information is at our fingertips. So, a lot of it has to do with limiting the distractions. You know, distractions, they come and, you know, they're right in front of our face. You know, distractions everywhere. Wherever the knowledge is, there's a distraction right there, you know. Right before you get to the knowledge, there's a distraction right there, you know. And I'm thinking personally about YouTube, how, you know, there's so much information on YouTube, but there's a lot of distracting things on YouTube, a lot of distracting videos too on YouTube. So, um, yeah, just gotta weigh things out, you know, prioritize what's important. We cannot afford to be with the 95%. You know, Earl Nightingale, Jim Rohn, and other motivational speakers, they all talk about avoiding the 95%. Like, don't just be involved in fitting into that crowd. Like, stand out. And when I say stand out from the 95%, that don't mean you dress different just to be different. You dress how you want to dress. You know, you move how you want to move. But a lot of times you isolate yourself. You don't even go nowhere near where they're going. And you know, when I say stand out, before you stand out, you isolate yourself, and you go into the bat cave, and you're in there for months, years, and you're you're strategizing, and you're just developing your skills. There's no time to be slack. There's no time. In the Bible, it says, don't be slack. The good Lord says, don't be slack. Whatever you do, do it with all your might. Whatever bit of energy you have, put it towards your self-study, your growth, your development. There's no time to just coast. You don't coast until you made it to high altitude. That's when you coast. Before you coast, you go through a lot of turbulence. You go through uh, the first moment of waking up and realizing that your government isn't here to save you. You wake up and realize that the government and the world is actually against you. And it states that in the Bible too. It states that in the Word. So, yeah, we have to use our time to really grow and be at our best. So, let's do it. Let's get to it. Alright. Peace and love. Make sure to, like the video if you like the video. Share the video if you like the video. If you feel like it could help somebody, share the video. And those who are just now tuning in, if you like what you see, subscribe. Alright. Peace. I'm out.